and welcome to another episode of Melissa's Menu. What's right around the corner and something that most women love. That's right, Valentine's Day. Romance is in the air tonight. So listen up, guys, and watch me make this romantic dinner for two. Or ladies, if you're making it for your husbands. I've whipped up an elegant yet easy Valentine's Day dinner for the special occasion. Let's see, what do we have on the menu for tonight? Spinach and strawberry salad, roasted asparagus, shrimp scampi with linguine, and my favorite, chocolate lava cakes. Wait until you see those. If I had my choice for a perfect Valentine's Day gift, it would be a large box, and I mean a huge box, of Lindt or Godiva chocolates. And I am a sucker for flowers, roses especially. Any color's fine, so let's see who steps up to the plate. Okay, let's start the first recipe, the chocolate molten lava cakes. Chef von Gerichten claims to have invented this recipe in 1987 in New York City. However, the French chef and chocolatier, Jacques Torres, disputed the claim, arguing it was first invented in France. According to von Gerichten, he pulled the chocolate sponge cake out of the oven a little bit too early, so the filling was runny but still warm, still came out fabulous, and that's how they invented the chocolate lava molten cakes. In my bowl, I have melted 6 1-ounce squares of bittersweet chocolate and 2 1-ounce squares of semi-sweet chocolate with 10 tablespoons, which is about a stick and a quarter of real butter. Okay, so I have the 3 whole eggs. I'm going to add the 3 egg yolks that we talked about. Pour those right in. I'm going to whisk this together. Men out there, you guys are going to love me for this recipe. Your wives are they're just going to go nuts over it. I'm just speaking from experience. It's a wonderful recipe. Ladies too. This is great for girls get-togethers or any kind of anniversary parties, showers. It's very, very easy to make. Okay, so we have the eggs. We're next going to add the vanilla. I'm using pure vanilla extract for this. Okay, so let's add that. And we're adding 1 teaspoon. And then finally, our last ingredient is 2 tablespoons of orange liqueur. This is optional, by the way. It does bring out the flavor, so I'm going to use it tonight for the special occasion. That's all for the recipe. It really couldn't be much easier. By the way, for a more intense flavor to this recipe, you can always add a tablespoon of strong coffee that really enhances the chocolate flavor. Let's whisk this together. And what we're going to do next is just simply ladle the mixture right into the ramekins right here and put in the oven. At the end, we'll top it with whipped cream and a little bit of powdered sugar as well. Looks beautiful. I hope the camera can get a good view of this. Okay. I'm just going to use an ice cream scoop for this. You can use whatever you like. This is going to bake, like I said, at 425, just about 10 to 14 minutes. We definitely do not want to overbake it because we want the gooey, warm texture in the inside. This part's a little bit messy, but that's okay. Okay, let's pop this right in the oven. Okay, like I said, 10, 14 minutes max. We'll check on it in about 10 minutes. I definitely don't want to overcook this. Let's go ahead and start the salad. Spinach and strawberry salad. Doesn't that sound wonderful? We have a couple cups of bite-sized baby spinach right in the bowl. I've already rinsed and washed the spinach. And to that, we're going to add 2 cups of sliced strawberries right here. Now, strawberries are very healthy for you. That's why I don't like them. 1 cup equals about 45 calories. And spinach, of course, is full of antioxidants and full of vitamin A. So both very healthy for this recipe. I don't know why I'm holding these. I don't need these until the end. Let's go ahead and work on the dressing for the salad. We're going to combine a 1/2 cup vegetable oil in a large bowl. To that, we're going to add a 1/4 cup white wine vinegar. Next is a 1/2 cup sugar, white sugar. Easy so far, right? We're going to add a little bit of paprika, just about a 1/4 teaspoon. We don't want a whole lot of paprika in here. Next, 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame seeds. You can find these right in the grocery store. These are so tasty, by the way. I love this dressing. It's really fabulous. And it's great for Valentine's Day with the strawberries in it. And then finally, 1 tablespoon of poppy seeds. And as all of you know, poppy seeds are used a lot in bagels and muffins. So we're going to use it in the dressing. I love the color of these. They're like a gray color. Pretty. Okay. So we have all of our ingredients. Simply going to whisk it together and then just pour it right over the strawberries and the spinach. Take a look. Beautiful. Okay, let's add this right over. So pretty. I love presentation. Now I can use these. Okay, let's mix this up. Your sweethearts are going to love you for this. I promise. It's very, very good. Let's check on the molten cakes now. I've had them in for about, I think about 12 minutes. And I said about 10 to 14 minutes. They're a little bit wet on top, but it's okay because you want it to be runny inside, so they're fine. We're going to let them cool down for a little bit, and then we'll plate them up with whipped cream and some powdered sugar at the end. Okay, let's go ahead and start the roasted asparagus. Now, some of you may have watched my very first my very first episode where I had the roasted green beans. Very, very similar. We have our oven set on 450 for this. I thought that I did. I have 2 bundles of medium asparagus. And all you want to do is just clean them, rinse them, make sure they're washed. And you can either snip the woody ends or you can just break them in half, which is what I do. Watch. Very, very easy. Just taking 3 at a time here. Snap them. And that's it. These are the pieces that you want to use, of course. All we're going to do is drizzle them with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and some salt and pepper as well. So we have the asparagus ready. We want them in a single layer right on the baking sheet. And just sprinkle them with the extra virgin olive oil and some salt and pepper. These are so good, I've heard, when you roast them. Okay, salt and pepper. That's all, folks. Super simple. Just kind of roll them together. Make sure they're all coated with the olive oil. And we're going to put them in the oven, and then I'll check about halfway through and just shake them to make sure they're being cooked on both sides. All right, let's pop these in the oven. Wipe my hands here. At the end, we're going to top these with Parmesan cheese. Nice, fresh, nutty Parmesan cheese. Now, I put those in the oven at 450, and they're going to cook about 8 to 10 minutes. Let's start the linguine with shrimp scampi. This is a great dish. Now, if you don't like shrimp, no problem. You can always substitute it with grilled chicken, lobster, whatever you like. We have a pot of water right here boiling. We're going to add 1 tablespoon kosher salt. And then we're also going to add a little bit of olive oil, just so the pasta doesn't stick together. Just a little bit. Okay. Next, we'll start the sauce. Let's turn on the stovetop here. We're going to start with 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter and 3 tablespoons of the olive oil as well. Now, the olive oil is good because it has a high burning temperature, and the butter is good because of the great flavor, of course. I'm just going to eyeball this. Just want this to melt. After this, we're going to add 4 cloves of minced garlic. Yes, garlic does make everything taste better, as you all know. It's about 1.5 tablespoons of garlic, by the way. And you don't want the garlic to cook too long, simply because you'll burn it, which tastes awful. So just maybe a minute or so for the garlic is fine. Oh, it smells good. Okay, let's add in the garlic. I already have it minced right here. This is a nice presentation for Valentine's Day. You'll see at the end what I'm talking about. And we just have this on about medium-high heat, by the way. Okay, after that, we're going to add the shrimp. I have about 1 pound of raw, deveined, peeled shrimp. You can use any size, by the way, for this. And you just want the shrimp to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. You definitely do not want to overcook the shrimp. That could ruin the whole recipe. So just definitely keep an eye on this part. And of course, you can always use frozen shrimp right at the grocery store, or just use a fresh from the fish market, either one. 1 more shrimp in the bowl, I've just been told. No shrimp left behind. That's a good one, Tim. Okay, so we have this cooking about 3 to 5 minutes, like I said. Now, what we'll do while that's cooking, let's go ahead and salt the shrimp. And what we're going to do is just add some kosher salt and some pepper right onto the shrimp here. We're going to go a little bit heavy because the sauce has to flavor the pasta also. And we'll turn the shrimp about halfway through, just so it cooks on both sides. Doesn't that look great? I thought so too. Now, hopefully I brought my tongs. Okay, since I didn't bring my tongs, I will just flip them with a spatula. I didn't bring my tongs. I thought that I did. No big deal. Oh, this smells wonderful. Another very easy recipe. Very, very easy. Weeknight meals even. Great for kids, very healthy. See how they're turning the nice pink color? That's exactly what you want to look for. Okay. These are pretty small shrimp. Like I said, you can really use any size you want for this. Whatever your liking is. All right, let's let these cook another, I don't know, maybe minute or so on the other side. Your date is going to be so impressed with this dish. Okay, let's take a look at the shrimp. As you can see, they're pink, they're fully cooked. Now we want to take this off the burner. And we're just going to wait for the pasta to finish, add everything back into the saute pan, and then add a couple more ingredients at the end. And that's how you put pasta in the water. Okay, let's check on the asparagus. Like I said, we're going to shake them about halfway through. Oh, they look gorgeous. Look at the bright green color. This is exactly what you want to look for. You can tell they're fresh asparagus. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, if they don't snap very easy, not fresh. Grab a new bunch. The oil, as you can see, definitely makes a difference when you're cooking the pasta. Doesn't stick together. Great tip that I learned from my grandmother. Okay, pasta is ready. Let's go ahead and drain this. Just going to grate some of the Parmesan cheese like we talked about for the asparagus. Parmesan goes great with this. It has such a nice nutty flavor. I'm going to go a little bit overboard with this. All right, that's good. And no need to rinse the pasta, by the way. It's going to go right into the pan. I'm going to use about 3/4 of the pound here, not the entire thing. Okay, now let's add the last couple ingredients, which really make this dish. The lemon zest and the fresh lemon juice. We have just about a half of lemon zest. Add that. And that, of course, is the rind part right in the lemon. We're adding a little bit of lemon juice. This is about 1/4 cup. A little bit of red pepper flakes. Going to give it a little bit of a kick. Don't want a whole lot. Whoops, I just had it open. Okay. And then finally, a little bit of parsley. Look how beautiful this is. Isn't it gorgeous? You can add as little or as much parsley as you want for the last part here. Chop it up, crumble it up with your fingers, whatever is easier. And finally, just toss to coat it. And you have a beautiful shrimp scampi. Oh, it smells wonderful in here. I can't wait to try it. Last part of the recipe, sliced lemons for the linguine with the shrimp scampi. Makes a beautiful presentation with the nice yellow lemons. So just make sure they're very thinly sliced. We'll put these right on top and wait till you see what it looks like.
I love you, dear.
Wow. Look at the special salad with a heart. Thanks, Melissa, for inviting my wife and I for a special Valentine's dinner here at Melissa's Menu. Happy Valentine's Day, honey.
Happy Valentine's. Oh, this looks awesome, Melissa. Oh, fresh strawberries. How is it, dear?
Excellent.
You got that picture?
Yep.
Ready, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Awesome.
Now, wait, don't match or anything, and it's probably food.
Actually, you got 2 hours.
Just letting you know.
Yeah. And thanks to Melissa's Menu for preparing this fine Valentine's dinner for my wife and I. Without my kids. Oh, excellent. Thank you so much,
Very good.
Melissa.
Very tasty.
Julie, I think you should spend some more time with Melissa so she can show you how to cook these fine dinners.
I agree.
The camera to see if it's melted in the middle. They need another 4. Yeah, they need another 4. Pretend that you can't even see that.
Awesome. And now the best part, a molten lava chocolate cake. Thanks, Melissa. Now I'm going to try this.
Oh, look at that.
I love chocolate. This is so good.
Liz from Plymouth contacted us last week to request the recipe for the bacon cheeseburger meatloaf. So Liz, I hope you enjoyed it. I know your son had requested it. Thanks for watching the show, and at least I have one fan out there. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Melissa's Menu. I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Join us next week to see what's cooking up on Melissa's Menu. Good night.